me for once. Maybe we can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can give you chills too.
Hello all. So happy birthday to me. When you finally see this, it'll definitely be my birthday. Today we're definitely going to talk about the 7 different ways that a man can experience orgasm, like PSA, caution, warning sign, tape type thing. If you don't understand self-control, gentlemen, or don't have any, this video is not for you because you're not going to be able to do anything in this. You need to be able to control yourself and have patience. Something that's honestly not very commonly taught to young men when in reference to sexual desires. So today we're going to talk about male ejaculation. Not actually specifically, more like male orgasm, and how there are 7 different ways for a man to orgasm. I'm not going to go too specific into this stuff because I've only experienced one young man who even knew that he could have an orgasm in a different way. So there's that. So I don't have too much experience with it, but I'm going to give you some tips, tools, and trades, and honestly a website to go to where I found all of my information from. Also wanted to give you guys a slight update on my lady. She's looking more done. She still needs some work done to her, but she got some glow-in-the-dark glitter on her that's gonna make some shit pop later. I don't know, I just like the colors and the way that it's working. It happened after a night of tequila and emotions. It definitely happens. But back to our serious topic. You're gonna see a few different backgrounds from me today because I have a flight to catch in the next 20 minutes. Well, head to the airport. I got more time than that, obviously. When a young man is coming to orgasm, they have less voluntary motions. It's more so their body going in a rhythmic motion, trying to get them to come to orgasm. So it's being prepared to ejaculate semen from the urethra into whatever there is at the end of the urethra. If that's a person, that's a sock, a hand, who knows. But this video specifically, if you, one, young man, have no self-control, 2, have no impulse control, because self-control and impulse control are different. If you have no self-control, no impulse control, when it comes to your sexual gratification, this video is not for you, just period, because you won't be able to control yourself long enough to get to any of these amazing orgasm outcomes because they do require you to have some kind of concentration and control. You can't just, it's not like the standard ejaculation. It's not just gonna happen. You have to think about it. You have to be able to control your body. You have to, just be in control. And that's not something that's commonly taught to young men, especially when we're talking about sex and getting to their end point. It's just like who can get there the quickest type thing. For a lot of them, not all. Some young men, care about their woman and make sure that she comes first. We appreciate you as a whole, I promise. I'm speaking for everybody. So the very first one is definitely going to be, the very first way that a young man can have orgasm. There are 7 different ones. The first one is going to be the standard ejaculation. Everybody can do it. It's not taught because young men honestly do it usually before they even know about sex. It's just that natural. So we're not going to talk about that. The second one is called holding it in. I know it sounds crazy. I know a young man told me it sounds like blue balls. It's not blue balls. It's not the same thing. Blue balls just means you have no release at all, and now all that blood is pulled and it has nowhere to go. And you should go to a doctor if you ever experience blue balls, just, FYI. But this orgasm, you're going to need to know what a Kegel is. And yes, men can do Kegels, not just women. Kegels for men strengthen their pelvic floor. Yes, man, you have a pelvic floor. Um, but yeah, so with this one, it's kind of like holding your orgasm in, but it's not actually holding it in. Think about sneezing. I guess is probably the best way to do it. Um, so instead of ejaculating through your urethra, it's going to be held in and pushed back up into your pelvis. And so all of that energy, all of that sperm won't hurt you. For one, because it's yours. It's not going to do anything. You're not going to get pregnant. No crazy stuff like that. It's just going to dissipate eventually over time, just like any waste that's in your body. But you're going to hold it in. This does require self-control. And the feeling that you're going to get is a rush. So, like, think 24 hours studying or whatever, if you've ever stayed up for 24 hours for any reason, and then you get like that 5-hour energy or that Red Bull or some kind of energy drink, and then you're wired. It's off the chain because your body hit all the walls it was going to hit, and now you've added some caffeine into the mix. So it's going to be really intense pleasure. This is the only other one that I have any experience with. A young man that I was talking to, he didn't come, and one day I asked him, I was like, why are you not ejaculating? He was like, I am, just not towards you. I'm holding it in. And I was like, okay, that sounds crazy. Thank you, though. I appreciate one less thing to, worry about. But what do you mean you're holding it in? And he explained it to me like a sneeze as well. He was like, when it comes back and I feel warm. It feels better than just a regular ejaculation. And I've never ejaculated, so I can't tell you how it feels, like, verbatim. But if you've ejaculated and you like that, this will be even better for you. So when young men are ejaculating, a common feeling that I've heard is it's a release. So the way to experience the whole in kind of orgasm, where you're basically pulling that energy back into yourself and aiming it towards your pelvis, it's going to be more intense, it's going to be more pleasurable, but you have to control your mind, you have to control your bodily functions. Like I said, I know it's not commonly taught, so if you're not somebody who's willing to learn and practice patience, this video is not for you. And I'm so sorry if you're not one of those people, because I promise you, practicing patience and learning your bodily functions better is just better for anybody's sex life and everybody's sex life, because then you know exactly what buttons to push. It's an art. It really is. Sorry, got off topic. But you're going to have to control your bodily functions prior to orgasm. Hold it back in. Send it back up into your body. Unfortunately for young men, women have like 12 different ways they can orgasm. All of them are positive. But this next one, number 3, is definitely not a positive for you if you have, notions of having children. This one is called retrograde ejaculation or dry cum. This is when the bladder sphincter, and your body has all kinds of sphincters. You should look up sphincter if you don't know what it means. It's just, that tube that makes things tight. Think of your vagina in different parts of the male body. JK. But no, for real. So the bladder sphincter doesn't close off all the way, or it doesn't close off properly during ejaculation. So semen goes back into the bladder. This is found in all kinds of males: happy, sad, young, old, fit, not physically fit. So it's not necessarily like there is no like factor of how this happens. It's just something that happens in men. And there's also no real harm. The only thing that can possibly come from this is that it will cause infertility. And when you do actually have an orgasm, it may feel different. Like I said, I'm not sure how different. It just says that you'll have a different sensation than just regular ejaculation, because not all of your semen is going out of your urethra, so some of it's bouncing back into your bladder. So you may have some semen come out. You may not, honestly. It's called dry coming. So you still have the release. It's not going to be the exact same release as if semen was coming out of your urethra, but it will be a release. And all the sperm will just go into your bladder. So you won't be able to have kids. I'm so sorry about that, but it is a thing. So definitely go to the doctor. Get checked out, gentlemen. Especially POC gentlemen, because y'all are good for not going to the doctor. Just go to the doctor. I promise they won't hurt you. Just get the regular tests, the regular, checkups. And if you feel like you don't have a lot of semen when you're ejaculating, or you're experiencing sometimes that you don't have any semen come out, please talk to your doctor, especially if you intend on having kids one day. Number 4 is the prostate orgasm. I know that a lot of heterosexual males don't like to talk about this one because it makes you gay. One, it doesn't. Period. It does not make you gay if you experience a different kind of orgasm than society says is okay. Society says a lot of things are okay. They thought slavery was okay, yet here we are now. Oh shit, that was probably too much. We're gonna do this video again. So, the 4th one is the prostate orgasm. A lot of heterosexual males won't even consider this type of orgasm style because it makes you gay, quote unquote. One, it does not make you gay. Experiencing your body and experiencing sexuality does not make you gay. Period, point blank. Don't argue with me. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to block you. Society says a lot of things aren't okay. It says, a lot of things are taboo. And those things change every few generations. So if you choose to let the society we live in right now keep you from getting a nice good orgasm, that's on you. Sorry about my little tangent, but I really hate how people put themselves in a box. I don't even know what a box is. I got a 8-spirit octagon that might be a star. Who knows? So prostate orgasm requires direct stimulation. The man has to be fully relaxed to experience this kind of orgasm. It can be induced by using fingers, toys, toys. There's probably something else out there. Maybe a butt plug. They have vibrating ones, I found out. I think that could be pretty cool. But no, you have to stimulate the prostate nerve by stroking or touching it. The orgasm is reached in the prostate gland. I said all that already. We're just going to say it again. The prostate orgasm requires direct stimulation. By stimulating the prostate nerves with your fingers or a toy or some kind of other form or fashion that you're comfortable with, it can be reached, but the male has to be fully relaxed. Otherwise, it'll just be awkward, just like it would be if it was a woman and you were trying to experience a prostate orgasm. Anal orgasm, not prostate, but you knew what I meant. It's just enjoyable. All the young men that I know that have experienced prostate orgasms say it's way better than ejaculating. Apparently they still kind of get that hot flash thing that I was talking about when I was talking about anal orgasms. But like I said, once you get past the hot flash, it's pure pleasure. It's just a different kind of sensation that your body deserves to feel and that you deserve to feel as an individual. It's going to be blended orgasm. And so this is when you combine the prostate stimulation with ejaculation. You can do both. It's supposedly the way that you guys experience a full body orgasm. So, you have to stimulate both pathways, the pelvic as well as the prostate. You can use toys, you can use any other method that you feel comfortable with. Once both are fully engaged, you will come to orgasm. They will react almost simultaneously. It'll be probably ejaculation and then you'll feel the prostate orgasm. And like I said, it'll be a whole body orgasm according to blackdoctors.org. 6 is going to be an energy orgasm. This is for my brothers that are more open to like meditation and, you know, being centered, quieting their minds. That's the kind of like vibe you're going to have to be on to experience this kind of orgasm. It's also a full body one, but you just got to be at a different level mentally to even like get close to getting there. So energy orgasm, this is an ascension orgasm. It can be felt in the entire body. They use breathing and muscle contractions to generate an orgasmic energy that flows all the way throughout your entire body. So I honestly don't know how to explain this because like I meditate and such, so I've gotten close to orgasm just, you know, thinking about it and being centered within myself. So you just got to center yourself. You got to come to a point where you quiet your mind and all you think about is orgasmic energy and all the things that turn you on without touching yourself. And honestly, you'll get some kind of tinglies and feels going on. So number 7 is going to be multi-ejaculatory. This is kind of like women's multi-orgasm where it just kind of rolls back to back without any refractory time in between. Most men have a period of about 30 minutes refractory time. Refractory will be that point in your orgasm cycle where you have to, you know, go back to the base before you can climb back up on that peak. Like I said, most guys have about 30 minutes. Some have less, some have more. But it is 100% possible to have a back-to-back orgasm without any refractory time in between. Step 1 would be to have ejaculation control. You need to be able to masturbate for about 10 minutes. Without that kind of self-control, you can't do this. So work your way up, meditate, do what you gotta do. You know, bust out that strong arm and get that ejaculation going. Or not ejaculation, that masturbation going without ejaculating. So with this, like I said, you're gonna need to, or be able to, masturbate for about 10 minutes without coming. You need to be able to get yourself right up to that threshold and not go over. Step 2 is, it works by getting to the point of the orgasm and then flexing your PC muscles hard enough to block the ejaculation. You do this through Kegel exercises. Yes, men, you do Kegels too. I can't tell you exactly how to do your Kegels. Again, that's going to be on blackdoctors.org. I'm going to have it at the end of this video. You can go in there and they have all kinds of different articles, tips and trades on how to get to a level where you're having better orgasms. Because it is possible. Ejaculation seems good until you try something new. So like I said, your PC muscles, you'll be able to do your Kegel exercises. Your PC muscle is located behind your balls, but right before your anus. So I guess it's that gooch. Conch? I never say that right, but y'all know what that is. The gooch. Or something like that. You know what it is. It's yours. This is the muscle that you feel when you're holding in your pee. So if you're not sure what area, next time you can't go to the bathroom and you're holding it in, be like, is that it? Yeah, that's that muscle right there. Or same muscle whenever you have to stop in the middle of having sex and your dick is already hard, but you have to switch from, okay, I was trying to get it in and now I gotta go pee real quick. Drain the snake. It's also the muscle you use to prevent ejaculation. All the same muscle. You're gonna want to do your Kegels 2 to 3 times a day for about 20 seconds a piece. All I really gave you was, a how-to. And like I said, you can find all these articles on blackdoctors.org. It'll be at the end of this clip. Gentlemen, I do apologize that I can't give you more detailed and how much and how I can give you a more detailed like description of how these kinds of orgasms are. Sorry, gentlemen, that I can't give you a better description on how differently these feel and better ways to access them and all the stuff I normally give the women. But to be 100% honest, I thought there were only three ways that a man could orgasm prior to like doing this research 3 weeks ago. So go to blackdoctors.org, get your own research on. And with this sickness, that's all, folks. Have a great day.